the city of Eos, 2149. Beneath the oppressive glow of neon lights and perpetual rain, a decaying metropolis choked on its own progress. Towering skyscrapers cut through a noxious fog, their glassy facades pulsating with advertisements for synthetic pleasures and corporate control. The streets below teemed with life, chaotic and restless. In this fractured world where corporations held the reins of power and humanity struggled to survive, the enforcers hunted those who dared to defy them. Their targets weren't criminals in the conventional sense. They were the runners, rogue operatives who had uncovered the city's darkest secrets and sought to expose them.
Chapter 1. The First Spark. Vera Cross, an enforcer with a cold reputation and an unshakable past, moved silently through the chaos of District 13. Her coat trailed behind her, soaked from the relentless drizzle. The rhythmic hum of drones overhead punctuated the cacophony of street vendors hawking cybernetic enhancements, black market chips, and questionable sustenance. She'd been tracking her latest target for weeks, codename Lysander, a high-level operative who had gone rogue after infiltrating the heart of the city's corporate elite. His crime? Uncovering a conspiracy that could topple Eos's most powerful. To Vera, it was another mission, another defector to bring in. Her tracker buzzed faintly. A signal. Close. The alley ahead was cloaked in shadow, the faint flicker of a malfunctioning neon sign casting ghostly reflections on the wet pavement. Vera's hand hovered near her sidearm, her augmented vision scanning for anomalies. A faint heat signature lit up in the corner of her HUD. She spoke, her voice low and deliberate. "Lysander, step out. You know how this ends." From the darkness, a figure emerged. He was tall, with sharp, angular features and an intensity that radiated from his eyes. But it was the expression on his face that caught Vera off guard. He looked afraid. "You're wrong," Lysander said, his voice calm but tinged with desperation. "This doesn't have to end in violence." "You're a traitor," Vera replied, leveling her weapon. "And you're out of time." He took a step forward, hands raised. "I've seen the files, Vera. They're lying to you, to all of us. This city isn't what you think it is." Her grip faltered for a fraction of a second, but it was enough. Lysander seized the moment, moving with precision, a blur of motion, and he was gone, disappearing into the maze of alleys.
Chapter 2. Threads of Truth. Back at the precinct, Vera replayed the encounter in her mind. Her neural implant itched with fragmented memories she couldn't place. It wasn't the first time someone had suggested she didn't know the full story, but the thought gnawed at her now more than ever. The files Lysander mentioned, if they existed, could they unravel the truth? Vera accessed the encrypted database, bypassing layers of corporate firewalls. She shouldn't have been able to, but the codes came to her as if she'd known them all along. What she found chilled her. Eidolon Dynamics wasn't just running the city's infrastructure, they were controlling it. The corporation had been manipulating the environment, the food supply, and even the memories of Eos's citizens. She scrolled further, her own designation appearing on the screen. Subject VCR-17, experimental. Her hands trembled as she disconnected. She wasn't just a hunter for the corporations, she was part of their experiment.
Chapter 3. Neon Rebellion. The revelation changed everything. Vera's targets were no longer traitors, they were truth-tellers. Driven by a newfound purpose, she sought out Lysander, her hunt now a search for answers. Their reunion came in the heart of the Undercity, where the air was thick with the hum of black market generators and the scent of oil. He stood amidst a group of operatives, their bodies scarred from battles fought in the shadows. "You came," Lysander said, his voice cautious but hopeful. "I need to know," Vera replied. "If what you said is true, we can't keep running. We need to fight back." Lysander's smile was faint, but it carried the weight of hope. "Then let's start by showing Eos what it really is."
Chapter 4. Shattering the Illusion. The rebellion began in the digital ether. Vera and Lysander's group hacked into Eos's broadcast systems, unveiling the truth to the populace. The corporations controlled not only the city but the very minds of its people. Memories had been altered, histories rewritten, and entire lives fabricated to maintain control. Riots erupted. Enforcers turned on their masters, their programming overridden by the revelation of their true nature. The streets of Eos became a battleground, the neon glow now a backdrop to the chaos of liberation. But just as victory seemed within reach, a deeper secret was revealed. The city of Eos itself was an experiment. The skies, the rain, and even the towering skyscrapers were part of a controlled environment, a simulation created by Eidolon Dynamics to study human resilience and rebellion. The world outside Eos had been watching. Vera led the charge, her purpose no longer dictated by lies but by choice. She and Lysander stood side by side, fighting not just for the city but for the freedom to exist beyond the simulation. As the rain continued to fall, washing away the grime and blood, the city of Eos began to awaken. The neon lights flickered, their oppressive glow giving way to the faintest hint of dawn.
The fight for freedom was far from over, but for the first time, it felt like more than just a dream. Vera looked at Lysander, his eyes reflecting the promise of a new beginning. "What now?" he asked. Vera smirked, her voice steady. "We find a way out together."
In Eos, where neon paints the night, Vera hunts in shadows out of sight. Lysander holds secrets, truths to tell. In this city where freedom's just a spell, we fight for freedom under neon light. Expose the lies, break the corporate mind. From the dark alleys to the dawn of day, we'll find our way out. We'll find our way. Vera finds her name a corporate pawn. Her memories altered, now she's strong. To the truth, to the fight with Lysander's crew.